Aunt Helen, and others. And then we got a few relics of yours in there. Here's a letter. It's written on Tuesday. It was written from Briarcliff Acres in Myrtle Beach. It was written on August the 7th, 1967. August the 7th, 1967. Dear Sadie, we will be expecting, underlined twice, capitalized, you all. We will expecting you all. Thursday, the 16th of August. And Helen was a planner. This was mailed August the 7th. They were coming on the 16th. That gave them 9 days. Hope that suits everybody. George and Henry can drive you all down, and William and I will take you back. Now that thing, I have a home in Naples, Florida, and whenever you invite somebody to your house, you want to know for sure that you can get them out of there. See how Helen did that? It was George and Henry can drive you down, and then when we're done with you, William and I will take you back. She had an exit strategy, like a good military officer. The beach has been wonderful this summer. We go down almost every day. The kids will really enjoy it. Tell George that William said to be sure and bring the chainsaw so that he can show him how to use it. We'll see you all on the 16th of August. Let us hear from you. Love, Helen. Now there were letters a lot longer, but I was picking memories. And for me, one of the sweetest childhood memories I had was every year, sometimes a couple times a year, usually in the summer when I was out of school, we would end up in Aunt Helen's house and Uncle Bill's house at Myrtle Beach, where I truly learned the idea of hospitality. And as a child, you know, everything kind of revolves around you. You think it's all about you, you know, and I had a great time. Of course, now that I have a home of my own, people come to see me, I realize that there was a reason Aunt Helen was standing in at the ironing board washing sheets and ironing stuff all the time I was there. The house had a little extension, a little portico chair that you walked across, and had a laundry room out there. And I remember Aunt Helen most vividly constantly being in that laundry room running laundry, you know. And then constantly every night we'd have a lovely dinner. We'd have a lovely dinner. Now it was a sophisticated dinner. I mean, we didn't eat like this on the farm. I mean she had candlelight, she had sterling silver, and she'd bring the crystal out. I was a little kid. She went to all that trouble, and she was taking care of us. She was caring for us. And so I have lots of wonderful memories of Aunt Helen and Uncle Bill and the beach. I wanted to share that little note because I bet somewhere some of you have got tucked away somewhere, maybe forgotten about it, but it's there. There's a little note that was inviting you to come to the beach. And I guarantee you think about it, you have a lot of people here have a lot of memories of Aunt Helen at the beach. Another memory that I have, and it helped me a great deal in my career, because Aunt Helen taught me the nurse's process. Did any of you know the nurse's process? It really helped me in my career, and Aunt Helen taught it to me. She learned it at Emory University. And it's very simple. You can remember it here today. The nurse's process says, make ready, do, and put away. Think about it. Think about it. You're getting ready for surgery. Make ready, do, surgery over with, put away. And then another time surgery comes up 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, same thing. Make ready, do, and put away. Recent days of preparation for her transition from being a spirit here on earth, having a human experience, to being back in heaven with God, having an eternal spiritual experience, focused Aunt Helen on the make ready part. Certain visitors that came to see her, she would ask them to pray with her. Make ready. And certain visitors she would ask to pray for her. Make ready. She announced her coming departure on more than one occasion. She would say to Anne, Anne, I'm dying. Anne, I'm going to die. Well, her heart was working fine, her kidneys were working fine, her lungs were working fine, she didn't have any cancer, she was over the pneumonia that she had, Anne being a nurse, and Anne would say, Aunt Helen, you're not going to die. Anybody that can yell that loud is not dying. Aunt Helen was a little twinkle in her eye and a little bit of that smile, she would say, "You just wait, you'll see." She told Amy, her caregiver, that she was at peace. Make ready. She prayed the prayer of salvation with Anne, a prayer of the religion of her youth, a prayer that tied back to all those songs she sang with me in the car, a prayer that goes back to her salvation at the Methodist Church when she was a small girl here in town. Make ready. Prior to his crucifixion, Jesus was making ready. And at a feast where Mary Magdalene washed his feet and dressed them with incense and dried them with her hair, Jesus Christ was making ready. This past Sunday, Aunt Helen was making ready. She was tenderly and lovingly bathed completely by her caregivers. Make ready. Her hair was washed and combed. Make ready. She had a manicure, complete with pink nail polish. Make ready. She had a pedicure. Make ready. She was lovingly rubbed and massaged. Make ready. Her feet were rubbed and washed and massaged with fragrant oils, just as Jesus's were, by Mary Magdalene. Make ready. She was dressed on Sunday in her going out clothes. She did not sit around the house in a gown on Sunday. She was dressed to go out, and in fact they were going to go for a car ride, but there was a big thunderstorm just before they left. They decided just to sit and enjoy the afternoon, but she was all dressed up. Make ready. She spent the day surrounded by family and friends. Make ready. In the evening, she walked from the family room to the back hallway on her way to the bed. Make ready. She asked Anne, when Anne came and sat on the side of her bed, as they did every night, she asked Anne to pray with her, and they prayed for a good night's sleep and for God's will. Make ready. At 8 a.m. on Monday, she answered her last Reveille call on this earth as she completed the do part of the nurse's process for the task of transition. At that last Reveille, she moved from being a spiritual being here on this earth, having a human experience, to being born again as a spiritual being back into heaven, having a holy experience. Now, in the true fashion of a military officer, she delegated to us the last step in the process, for here we are today to put her away. But the good news is that the nurse's process is a circular process. And as we complete the do of this task, we can rejoice that Aunt Helen is in heaven. And she's starting the nurse's process all over again.